To a Teh Tarik Bersama YB session, and today please give a big round of applause to our guest here today, Yb PKamalanathan, Member of Parliament of Hulu Selangor. My name is Zaidil Bahardin. I will be your host today, and let me introduce you some of the Teh Tarik crew. As you can see over there is Mr. Zamil Zuki. He is the founder of Teh Tarik Bersama YB, and as you can see, he's just like me. We had a wee bit too much Teh Tarik along our life. And there's Uzaidi Udanis. Please add him on Facebook, Uzaidi Udanis. He is a new media practitioner, a brilliant father of three, a loving husband. Of course, sometimes he can be a wee bit naughty. And just a wee bit. Anyway, okay. Follow us. We'll be tweeting live YB through hashtag Twitter TTYB, Teh Tarik Yang Berhormat, TTYB, hashtag on Twitter. Another. YB, you were in the Parliamentary Committee for Electoral Reforms, am I right?
Yes, I was.
So you are very, very well aware and very well versed in the steps taken.
I don't know whether I'm very, very well versed or very, very aware, but I think I can say enough, I can share enough information.
Excellent. Is Bersih's demand valid? You know, they are rallying this Saturday. Are their demands valid?
I cannot answer this question on their behalf.
Okay, excellent. But do you think their demands are valid? I'll change my question.
Their demands were valid.
Were
valid.
Okay.
That is why not only their demands were valid, the demands of 26 million of Malaysians were valid.
Fair enough.
Okay? It was not about Bersih we are talking here. We are talking about an electoral reform. It is not about Bersih. Bersih's people, Bersih's members are also Malaysian citizens, and they have the right for an electoral reform. So do all Malaysians. What Bersih said had some issues. Fine, we agree, we've accepted them, and we have made sure that we look. They wanted 8 demands, but we have given, the report has given 10 in the interim report, 22 in the final report. In total, we have given 32 recommendations,
which cover these 8 demands,
including the 8 demands.
Out of the 8 Bersih's demands that they are going to bring in this Saturday, 7 has been met, and the only issue is the days of campaign, which is a big issue for them.
Daripada 8 cadangan, 7 telah kita selesaikan. We have taken action to resolve it. Some of it cannot be resolved tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Some of it, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we have 5 rules to amend. Okay. All these amendments in the rule must go to the Parliament. The MPs must decide. We will debate. If we get a debate, if they don't walk out lah. The only one thing we couldn't do was the 21 days for campaign. And the reason I gave you, that's the only reason I gave you. Of course, one gentleman asked me a question. In 1955, 55. He asked me,
were you born at the time?
No, I don't know where I was lah. You know, paying some sin for my karma somewhere else. I think. But he told me, you know, I was shocked with the question. I didn't know what to answer. He was asking me, Yb, in 1955, they had 45 days for campaign.
Oh.
Why now you cannot give 45 days? I say, in 1955, it took you 3 days and 2 nights from Perlis to Johor Bahru. Now it takes you 7 hours. So after that, he didn't ask anything. He was a reporter. I don't know where he was, but sorry, he was wearing a yellow tie. I really don't. I didn't ask him. I mean,
proofs are going to go through or not? Okay. Because if you're going to tell me that, then I will say there are 7 terms have been met. Until that point in time, if the rules have not been approved here by Parliament, I think as a very responsible person, especially as an MP, you shouldn't say it's been approved.
As far as an MP, I've done my job. I voted for the book, and I want the rules to be changed. I want this recommendation to be implemented. SPR have met a few days after that. They said, point 1, this 2, this point, we will handle, we will settle this for you. A few things we need to make amendments. Yes, we will. But sir, the intention is to make changes. Okay, the intention for us is to make the changes. We are going towards the change. We are listening. Rules has to be amended. Bersih 1 was organized in November 2007. Election was 4 months away. Okay, they predicted it's going to be soon. They had it, 4 months, they got the election. The last Bersih 2.0 was done in July 2011 because they thought election will be 11.
Najib's
4
favorite
months.
number, right?
Their prediction, 4 months.
Okay.
It didn't happen. Alamak, what do we do? What do we do? Bersih 3.0 lah. Because election has to be next 4 months from now. If the election doesn't happen next 4 months from now, another Bersih 4.0 will come.
Then if you were to say that they were already passed and accepted, then maybe, Bersih will not have this problem of having another 4.01.
No. You can clean the electoral roll as clean as a tissue paper, they will still have it. Dakwat kekal, one of it, done, will become taking place General Election 13. So I can give detail by detail, but it is, the intention is important. Whatever begins, it begins with good intention. There was no mala fide, it was good intention. But we have to get it done with. We are very ikhlas in ensuring this process is done. It's not about us, Bersih, or all of us here. It's about 27 million Malaysians out there want to see the changes as well. And we are committed to bring that change. We want to do it, honestly, sincerely, we want to do it. There may be some time frame, but in all honesty, sir, we want to. It begins with that. Sir, the committee worked very hard, including my friend Gombak, Kuala Krai and Rasa. We worked very hard. We had good debates. We had arguments. We've agreed to disagree. But never in one meeting, sir, they worked out. Never. They agreed. 18 out of 22, sir. Doesn't that mean something?
Yes.
That this committee, we worked very well as a team. We had no problems. Yes, we had arguments. I had many nice arguments with Gombak.
My MP, by the way.
Pardon?
My MP.
Yeah, very good arguments. Of course, being the most latest MP in the house, they always treat me, they want to drag me all the time. Yeah, they say, apa, baru masuk MP cakap banyak sangat. Yelah, nak buat macam mana, kita menang, kita masuk jadi MP, jawatan kuasa sama. Okay lah, ada seniority dan sebagainya. But, sir, a lot of things can be done. Sir, if you're talking about Bersih 3.0, if they had organized it at least 1 month after, in some of the recommendations we have said, within 30 days SPR must do this. Within 45 days SPR must do this. Within 60 days SPR must do this. Tak payah tunggu 60 hari lah. Tak payah tunggu 45 hari. Tak apa, saya terima. At least to test SPR, whether they really take instruction on PSC, they could have waited at least 30 days. But they didn't, because the organizing committee for Bersih 3.0 was held when we were having meetings also. So, their intentions was not good. It's all start with an intention. I agree with you. Intentions good, outcome will be good. Intentions bad. Your intention, or are you going to focus on the venue? Venue or intention? I think their focus is venue. It's all about the venue.
Being followed by those gangsters,
Okay.
unnecessarily. I do not know why this is happened, because they just a group of students trying to express their right. And this dataran mereka belongs to all the people in Malaysia, inclusive of.
You can find a lot of better place to sit. Okay, they have a problem. They don't want to pay the PTPTN. They got PTPTN office near Wisma Central. They can also go and sit there. But that place is actually a place where a lot of tourists also come, and they don't just sit down and keep quiet. They mess around the place. So there's many reasons. But in fact, even if anybody wants to organize an event there, they have to get approval from DBKL. Any day, anybody, even Kementerian Kebudayaan, Belia dan Sukan or whatever, they want to do a concert, we have to apply to DBKL. So they have to follow the rules. If they have followed the rules, right, application, if they don't give, then they have a case.
My question is pertaining last Thursday. An historical moment occurs in the parliament where it was extended to 3:30
Ayo.
p.m. And I saw YB stay there until 3:30. Round of applause.
Thank you very much for confirming my attendance. All over this country wanted some changes to be made. We had more than 200 suggestions presented to us. Bersih had only 8. Where did the rest come from? Malaysians. We should not underestimate the intelligence of every Malaysians in this country. We should not. I'd like to thank all of you, ladies and gentlemen, the organizers. Please give your hand. Congratulations. Thank you very much. You did very well. I thank you very much. Di antara 222 ahli parlimen, you pilih saya.
Selekta dia pilih yang paling handsome.
That is going a little bit far-fetched.
No, that's why we tried to get Kinabatangan first, but we couldn't, so we pick you.
Okay. Let's be frank. Who are you trying to insult now?
No, Kinabatangan get Zizi, you know. Terror, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's 10 p.m. He's talking something which is not good. I thank you very much. But if there's something I said, if there's something I've said and that has hurt you even an inch, please forgive me. I don't mean to do it. If everything here turns out well, thank God for it. Something went wrong, tell them. If everything went on right, tell the world. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
God bless you. Have a wonderful day.